Thank you, Jason. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you all in this room, but most importantly, to welcome and introduce 10 of our extraordinary women-founded and led startups that are going to be on this stage very, very shortly. But first and foremost, let me tell you a little bit about She Wins Africa and why at the International Finance Corporation we decided that it was about time that we created an accelerator that is focused on supporting and fronting and providing more visibility for all the women-led and founded ventures across sub-Saharan Africa. Two things came to mind when we were thinking about this program, and also just borrowing from all your experiences and our work investing in women-owned and led businesses across the world. There are two critical challenges that women-led startups face across Africa. So number one is accessing tailored investment readiness programs that really speak to and respond to the unique constraints that these ventures face. And number two, and this is something that a lot of times we overlook, it's the gap in access to information and also sources of funding when it comes to businesses that are founded and led by women. So we looked at the design and we thought it's one thing to have an accelerator, but that won't be enough if we are not creating platforms where these women can be seen, can be heard, because they're moving very quietly across the continent. They're really, really contributing, as you've heard, in solving our ever-increasing and pressing socio-economic problems. But when you listen to the profile and the types of models that these businesses are run on, they're providing jobs to hundreds of young people across the continent. So it's really about time that we looked at the impact that women-led and founded businesses are creating. So we are really, really proud that you join us today in this room. And sometimes I get discouraged, but I think we shouldn't be discouraged at all, because every time we talk about women-led businesses, everybody is waiting to see how far can they go. So I want to promise you that we are going to go through 10 presentations by some powerhouses. These are the real powerhouses, a group of women who are running some extraordinary ventures from 5 countries, from Congo to Cameroon to Kenya to Mauritius, but also thinking about, the verticals where they're operating. We've got fintechs, we've got women in climate tech, and we also have women who are building and creating some really strong clean energy companies. So it's my pleasure to welcome you all, but also to invite you to partner with us at IFC to create more sources of funding for these women and to just take a chance and see how far they can go. Welcome.
Thank you, Anne. And yeah, another round of applause. I think an amazing program. As Anne mentions, we do see a lot of programs looking to support female founders across the continent. I think through the Big Deal Africa, we saw that last year was a difficult year for raising funds across the continent. But what was worse was that we also saw a dip in the percentage that was actually coming from female-owned or female-run companies. I think that's less than 2%. That's a terrible statistic, and it takes programs like this and female founders that we have today that really move the needle along. So if you're an investor, an ecosystem player, or even an entrepreneur, please come to the IFC booth afterwards, engage with our female founders. As mentioned, we have a selection of 10 of the top founders that we are part of this program. They will be pitching to you guys to give you an idea of what they're doing. We won't be having any questions. We encourage you to come and meet us at our booth afterwards if you have any questions or would like to continue the conversation. But without any further ado, coming to the main highlight of today, I would like to first introduce our first pitch, which is done by Abimbola from Nigeria for Advantage Health Africa. Round of applause, please, for Abimbola. Here you are. Here's your clicker.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abimbola Adebaki. I operate in Nigeria currently, but from the name of my company, Advantage Health Africa, our aspirations are to go across Africa. Why? Did you know and I doubt if many of you knew. But did you know that drug counterfeiting fetches much more money than dealing in hard drugs? In fact, from the statistics we have looked at, those dealing in hard drugs are playing a game beside counterfeiters. Counterfeiting of medicines has much more use case across the world. And those who deal in it want chaotic markets to remain. Chaotic markets that you would find in many parts of Africa, like Nigeria, that I operate in. Unfortunately, it's not a situation to take lightly. Over 500,000 people die from counterfeited substandard drugs on an annual basis. These are preventable deaths. These are deaths that are painful and they happen routinely. Counterfeiting of medicines has caused more deaths, 10 times more than when you consider the deaths from HIV/AIDS. It is a situation that we're addressing. What we're using is a multiplicity of solutions. The first that we went on and embarked upon at Advantage Health Africa was to set up a virtual pharmacy called My Medicines. It has served thousands of people all across Nigeria, across every state of Nigeria. We then introduced a subscription-based medicines insurance program. What it does, because the incidence of out-of-pocket payments in the country is untenable. You have over 80% of Nigerians still paying out of pocket for medication. And so we have created My Advantage as something you can hold on to give you assurance of affordability. The third of our solutions is that we have now begun to have our own SKUs, storekeeping units of medicines that we can guarantee have great quality. Now, in doing all of this, we've built the technology, we've built the systems, we've built the networks, we've built the distribution platforms, and we're only growing and growing. This is important because we're saving lives from preventable mortality. We're ensuring that we can reduce out-of-pocket payments. And thirdly, we're assuring more people of the quality of their medicines. My team and I have grown over the years. We've got 6 leaders leading a team of about 100 people that are focused on solving this problem of addressing access to affordable and quality medicines. What we have seen is huge growth year on year. In fact, last week when we presented 2024 numbers to the board, we showed 140% growth year on year. We're increasing in numbers, but we're uncomfortable with the plateau that we're beginning to see. Even though we're growing year on year, we're now seeking some investment to make sure we accelerate our growth and do much more for access to affordable medicines. I'm not the only one featuring in the landscape. There are several others that I have chosen to call co-laborers because the work is long, it is hard, but it is achievable. Join us to see the future that we see. We see a tech-enabled future that would make medicines available everywhere, but with affordability as critical and quality assured. We see a strengthening of the ecosystem using technology and building of networks, and we see us enabling big pharma to forecast their demands so that what they do in Africa can be achieved successfully. What we need from impact investors, investors that are entrepreneurial and are connected within fintech, insurtech, and so on, is we need $4.5 million. Some of it in equity, and about $3 million of it as debt. And we're able to show and prove to you that African entrepreneurs, African female entrepreneurs can solve African problems. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause. Some amazing work being done by Advantage Health Africa. And as I mentioned, please, if you have any questions or you would like to connect, as mentioned, both investors, ecosystem players, and I like that co-laborers instead of competitors. I like that. Well, next to the stage, we would like to welcome Aisha from Sulma Whole Foods, based out of Kenya. Welcome, Aisha. Here we are.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Langat from Sulma Whole Foods. Can you hear me? My name is Aisha Langat from Sulma Whole Foods, and I want to teach you a new Swahili word today. If you have a book, you can write it somewhere. I want to teach you the word lima. Write it somewhere and then we will circle back to it later. Lima is a Swahili word meaning farming. When we met Mary, a rice farmer in Ahero, who cultivates rice in Ahero, she was facing a lot of problems. And she couldn't afford to feed a family. And this is so sad if your only source of economy that you know for making money and you can't afford to feed your family and you have other economical need. Unknown to her, one of the issues that she was facing is soil fertility issues. Her soil had really degraded because of years and years and years of lima. When she partnered with Sulma Whole Foods, we did soil testing. We offered her a solution that leverages satellite technology. We also supplied her with the correct inputs and access to market. And through us, she was able to double her yield. Our solution, Lima Pro, offers satellite technology, real-time data that solves soil degradation. And Mary is not alone. We have millions of Kenyans who are facing the same problem. 5 million and above to be specific. This is a 2.1 billion market that we are addressing. And it's working. Sulma Whole Foods has enabled 2,650 farmers access ready contract market, and they have improved their yield. We have helped 2,000 farmers access financing, and we have improved farmers' income, daily farmers' income by 200%. For just $25 per year, per acre, a farmer is able to earn better and put money in their pockets. This is the tractions that we have over the years since we started in 2025. We supply different supermarkets in Kenya, so we offtake from the farmers that we work with. One of our biggest clients is Unilever, and E&I, we are currently managing 12,000 acres for them, and our revenues stand at 350K, and we are really proud at the tractions that we have made so far. We are here today to raise 850K so that we can reach 1 million farmers and improve their productivity and profitability. Just like Mary, other farmers need this. At the core of this is my team with over 30 years of experience in the field, and we are ready to scale our solution. Thank you so much. And I said, Lima means cultivate, and we are here to nurture and improve over time and increase productivity. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Great to see the Kenya represented here as well. Now, next to the stage, I'd like to welcome another homegrown Kenyan entrepreneur who is bringing to us her story from Onion Doctor. Lucy Wangari, please come to the stage, and a big round of applause.
All right, are you looking forward to having lunch today? Yes? Dinner? Well, thank you for keeping us in business and supporting the onion value chain. My name is Lucy Wangare. I am the founder of Onion Doctor, and we try to endeavor to make every bulb count. Now, all right. We realize that Kenya consumes about 100,000 metric tons of onion per year, and only 30% of that is grown locally. That leaves us in a very bad position of relying on importation for such a basic crop. At the same time, the places where onions do well, which is the arid and semi-arid regions, are underutilized, and they occupy about 80% of the land. At the same time, the smallholder farmers who have access to these lands are not able to invest in commercial production, mainly because of the fragmentation within the onion value chain, which makes it even more difficult for farmers to invest in the same. Above all, these arid and semi-arid regions that are very good for production are faced with immense challenges, such as unreliable rainfall pattern and intensive infestation of pests and diseases. Now, how do we come in? Onion Doctor is endeavoring to provide end-to-end solution for the smallholder farmer, which is climate smart. We do so by, we work with the farmers, the smallholder farmers directly. We give them quality seedlings. We have been able to utilize AI and machine learning for real-time pest and disease monitoring and soil health, and this is given to the farmers on SMS alerts. And we are able to now increase the yield that these farmers are able to get. We also have drip irrigation, which is very essential in managing the water in the arid areas, and we have structured markets at the end of the value chain. Our value proposition, as I mentioned, currently if you go, and I believe I'm talking to onion farmers in this space, you are going to be producing around 5 tons per acre. But with our one-stop solution, you're able to grow it to 20 tons per acre. And as I mentioned, I'm so glad because I'm talking to the end consumer of the product, which shows how big of a market the onion value chain actually is. All right. Our target market that we hope to achieve at the end of our system is we have 5 million smallholder farmers who are largely in the arid and semi-arid regions. And to put it into scale, we are handling farmers who have farms from either 1 acre up to 10 acres. That is the smallholder farmer. But we also have another bracket of farmers who can do from 10 acres up to 50 acres of land. We have several competitors in the space, but the most unique thing about us is that we have end-to-end solution. So once you walk into Onion Doctor, you are going to walk out of Onion Doctor with money in your pocket from the sale of the farm produce. Our traction so far in terms of how far we've been able to come, we got incorporated in 2021. We have a lifetime sales of about $350,000. We have been able to be backed up by institutions such as Global Center of Adaptation, African Development Bank, IFC, through the World Bank through IFC, and most importantly, we have been able to directly work with over 5,000 smallholder farmers. We have converted directly over 3,000 acres of land and sold over 900,000 kilograms of onions into the Kenyan market. Our team, combined, we have over 20 years experience in agronomy, agri-tech, AI, and marketing of farm inputs. Our growth strategy as an Onion Doctor, because we are handling the end-to-end value chain of onion, one of them is we look forward to doing some value addition of our product. We have also introduced AI in our system, which we also see as a very immense platform that is going to enable us to also maybe include inputs, as at the same time get into contract farming so that we can better our market. We also hope to introduce a pay-as-you-go model because, as I mentioned, for either of an acre, a farmer is able to invest about $600. And the end of the season, they're about to make about $100 in a period of 5 months. Our ask is $1 million, sorry, and so far we've been able to raise $150,000 through the Global Center of Adaptation, Sweat Equity, and we ask you guys to come help us as we reach the 5 million farmers, convert 500,000 acres of land, and most importantly, we want to increase the local production of onions from 30% to 60%. So please join us and help us do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucy. Fantastic. And I know the Kenyans in the room may know Onion Doctor well, so great to put a face to the name. Next to the stage, I would like to welcome from Nigeria, Ifedayo with Herconomy. Welcome. Round of applause, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ifedro Eti, and I'm the founder of Herconomy. So Herconomy is building a better economic future for women and women-owned businesses. So let me give you a short story. Meet Bola. Bola is a 23-year-old lawyer. She was doing fantastic in her career. She got married at 25, and she decided that she wanted to take care of her children because she started having children, and then she quit her job. At this point in time, the only sort of income she was earning was the income that she was getting from her husband. Next thing, she woke up at age 45. She wanted to start a business, and she realized that she had no savings, no work experience, no investments, so she couldn't contribute to that business that she wanted to start. Guess what? There are so many people like Bola in Nigeria today, in Africa today as well. She was so devastated, and I know how painful this scenario was because Bola was my mom, or Bola is my mom. So let me give you some more statistics. 70% of women in Africa today are financially underserved. 37% of women in Africa are banked, and of these women, only 5% of them are even investing this money. According to McKinsey, if these women are better served financially, they will add over 300 billion to the female economy, but to the economy by the end of this year in Africa. So what have we done as a business? We have decided to build a platform where women can provide, where we provide high-yield savings accounts for women that give them 25% interest on their savings. Sorry, it's not going there. So what we have done is we have created a platform where people can get 20% interest on their savings. They also can learn and grow, and they also understand financial literacy because we have seen this as a problem that they have found. We have also given them 35% savings on the discounts provided by different platforms, different stores on our platform. The market opportunity is huge. The female economy is driven, or the economy globally is driven by women globally. And we're only tapping into 1% of this economy, and this economy is resulting in $31 trillion. Who are our customers today? Our customers today are women between the ages of 20 and 35, women like you and I, who are working, who have access to disposable income, earning over 300,000 naira in Nigeria today. And like I said before, we only want to capture 1% of that economy. Our competitive edge is very simple. Currently, we have the highest interest. We also have a strong community. We have merchant discounts. And we also have a B2B product where employers can also save for their employees. And we're the only ones providing this service currently in Africa. Our traction is fantastic. We currently have over 77,000 users who have saved over $2 million, which is approximately 4 billion naira. We were also recently nominated by the Central Bank of Nigeria for an award for all our work with financial inclusion. We're also backed by Google, backed by the World Bank and the IFC as well. And we have a fantastic team who is taking this business to the next level. I personally have an MBA in global business. Our revenue model is also very clear. We earn from interest income, ads, and commission on bill payments. We also have other people on our team who are working to take this to the next level. These are some of our target milestones. We also have people on the team who have experience in technology, treasury management, and also compliance, people who have worked in compliance across different fintech platforms in Africa. So if you're looking to invest in the female economy, if you're looking to build financial inclusion in Africa, and if you're also looking to put millions of dollars in your pocket, Herconomy is the company to invest in. Thank you very much. We're currently raising a seed round of $2 million, and of that $2 million, we have actually already raised $1 million from We Capital and Octera Capital and friends and family, and we're looking forward to raising the rest from people who are in this room. So thank you very much as you come with us on this journey.
Thank you. And yes, a really interesting opportunity, a really interesting space. And as we understand, the female economy plays such a big part in overall economy, but particularly in Africa. So definitely really interesting. Next to the stage, we'd like to welcome Joelle from AfriWell. Give her a round of applause as she comes on stage.
Thank you, Jason. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joelle, and I'm the founder and CEO of AfriWell Health. AfriWell Health provides quality healthcare at our patients' fingertips. I want you to imagine one of our patients, Miss D. Miss D had been, prior to joining AfriWell, she had been through excruciating pain for weeks. She was sent to 2 different hospitals, one private, one public, to be told she had to have her uterus removed. Fast forward a few weeks, she had her surgery, had her uterus removed, only to find out that was not the issue. She had been misdiagnosed. She was still in pain. That's when she reached out to AfriWell. We were able to connect her with a specialist, not only in Congo, where we started the venture, but also get a second opinion so she can get a better diagnosis from one of our clinics that are international abroad. So now she has the proper diagnostic, but unfortunately has to undergo another surgery. We all have Miss D's in our family. We hear stories like that in Congo every day. But that also happens beyond our borders across Africa, which is why AfriWell Health engaged on a journey to tackle the trifecta of issues plaguing Africa healthcare system. The low quality of care that we have, the poor access to specialists, as well as high cost. Miss D has to undergo 2 surgeries. She has to pay for 2 surgeries now instead of 1. So at AfriWell, we empower leading companies to achieve better health for their employees. We provide a 24/7 access to virtual care. We provide personalized health plans and culturally competent care, which is paramount for mental health specifically. And all of this leads to improved outcomes and improved cost. AfriWell Health plays in the growing virtual primary care market. We service specifically Central Africa and West African market, which is about $1 billion market within the healthcare space, targeting self-insured corporation. We launched our MVP in 2022, and this year we aim to integrate an AI chat consultation functionality, as well as integrate labs, pharmacies, and electronic digital health record to our solution. Our business model involves an employer subscription. We sell directly to employers who provide health benefits to their employee workforce. Our average subscription plan is $25,000 a year per employer, and we aim to reach a $4 million revenue within the next 4 years. We've already have one investor, the Agence Française de Développement, through their Digital Africa Fund, invested in AfriWell Health. We have to date generated $200,000 in revenue. We work with 200 doctors locally, but thousands of doctors with our 10 partner clinics that are international across Europe, Africa, and Asia. We are backed by the World Bank through the IFC She Wins Africa program, backed by Google for Startups, as well as the Tony Elumelu Foundation. This goes fast. So healthcare in Africa can seem crowded at times, but the healthcare crisis we are facing is bigger. We differentiate ourselves through a holistic approach to employee health, as well as our value-based care with our healthcare coaches. Our team has a 30-plus year combined of experience in the healthcare investment banking space, as well as the pharmacy sales and web development. I personally have an MBA with MIT Sloan as well. Today, we are asking for $750 in equity pre-seed funding in order to continue building a world-class team. We want to improve our product and put AfriWell Health in every employee within Central Africa. Thank you for joining our quest, and together let's build the healthcare that we deserve within Africa. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Such a great variety of female founders and tackling so many different problems across the value chain that we have. Next to the stage, I'd like to introduce another Kenyan. Good to see the Kenyan representatives showing up. I'd like to introduce Josephine. Josephine, please come to the stage. Josephine is part of Radava. So welcome, Josephine.
Hi, I'm Josephine Adeti, co-founder for Radava Mercantile. We have built an online agro-commodities marketplace that facilitates easy access to finance and market for farmers. Market inefficiencies and price fluctuations are causing over 250 million smallholder farmers in sub-Saharan Africa to incur up to 30% post-harvest losses. This means that for every 100 bag a farmer harvests, 30 of that potentially goes to waste, incurring significant loss in income, threatening their livelihoods as well as food security. We have developed an integrated system that enables the farmer to avoid this. Currently, the farmers are solving this problem by rushing to the market to sell their produce immediately it is harvested. However, at this time, there are similar produce in the market, forcing them to lower their prices by up to 50%. And the unsold produce is often stored poorly, resulting in loss in income and also post-harvest losses. So this is how it works. Farmers bring their produce to a warehouse for quality checks. They are issued with a warehouse receipt, which they can use to access collateral of up to 60% of the value of produce stored in the warehouse. It is this same receipt that is listed on our agro-commodities marketplace, and the ownership of these receipts can transfer from one person to the other, just like a land title deed. So when the ownership of the receipt transfers, the ownership of the goods in the warehouse also transfers to the other person. Our customers are smallholder farmers, off-takers, and also people who would like to benefit from the agricultural value chain. Our market potential is based on the annual demand for grains and cereals. In Kenya, it stands at $500 million. In Africa, at $10 billion. We make our money through transaction fee, where we charge 5% for online transactions and 10% for offline transactions. What makes us different and better is our no upfront cost model for the farmers. So they only pay after the produce is already sold. And we have been able to reach out to 1,200 farmers and transacting about 2,000 tons of commodities and generating over 80,000 in revenue. And we are looking to raise 600,000 USD to enable us to transact at least 2,000 tons of commodities every month and reach out to 10,000 more farmers. This is our exceptional team. We have a combined experience of around 40 years in computer, software, development, leadership, project management. Notably also, we were appointed by the Warehouse Receipt System Council to be a member of the steering committee. We are in charge of all the depositors in the country who will ever use the warehouse receipt. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much again, Josephine. Great to have you with us. I know, guys, it's a long afternoon and we're getting there, but we are now almost to the end of the segment. So let's keep the energy up and welcome to the stage Ebby, who from Cladfy, based out of Kenya. Welcome, Ebby.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ebby Gatamu, and I'm the CEO of Cladfy Inc. We're a Kenyan fintech that's built last-mile lending infrastructure for the informal sector. So this is a snapshot of the small businesses in the informal sector. Now, this sector is massive. It's responsible for 80% of all our jobs and at least 35% of our GDP. But sadly, only attracts 20% of available capital. Now, we all know about the SME, credit gap, but another little known problem, which is actually just as big, is that the lenders that are taking a chance on lending to this informal sector also suffer the same fate. So they also struggle to attract liquidity for their loan books, as well as struggle to access affordable technology to manage lending to this underserved segment. And this, is not just a Kenyan problem. Like, this is a problem that's facing millions of small businesses across the continent, leading to a $300 billion credit gap every year. So I can see the slides are a little bit off, but I'll talk you through it. So our solution is, our tech solution is pretty much classified into two. So we do two main things. So one, our tech enables a small business to be able to unlock liquidity from a lender through credit profiling. And then the second thing that we do is that we also enable this lender to unlock liquidity from alternative liquidity partners outside of banks that typically don't like dealing with the SME segment. So we make money in two main ways. So our first business unit deals with direct lending to small businesses, where we offer working capital loans averaging about $100. And this is through a central bank licensed digital lender called Tenakata. Then our second pillar of revenue is from offering this last mile lending infrastructure that is working very well, offering this to other lenders in the space so that together, we can actually make a difference. I'll talk through our traction. So far, we've served over 50,000 small businesses, enabling them to unlock over $3 million in loans to the small businesses for working capital. We have an impressive collection rate of at least 95% every month. And we have 30 lenders using our infrastructure to manage the day-to-day lending to our segment. So our team is quite diverse, and cumulatively, we have over 40 years of experience cutting across marketing, finance, and tech from both global corporates as well as high-growth African startups. And we're seeking $3 million in debt. So we're looking for debt partners who can funders to be able to on-lend to small businesses, as well as fund the lenders that are in our ecosystem. And our vision really is to increase the capital that's flowing into the informal sector, powering economic growth for hundreds of millions of our people that depend on this sector. And we're happy to have a conversation. If this is a sector that's interesting to you, you'll be in good company. We're backed by Techstars. We are supported by corporates like Visa, who we received a grant from, IFC. We showcased our innovative credit profiling technology at the Singapore FinTech Festival last year. And happy to have a conversation if this, increasing capital to the informal sector is a conversation that sounds interesting to you. So thank you and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Abby. And must say you were very popular with the cameraman. So well done to keep going. Next to the stage, I would like to welcome Regxta. Rukayat from Nigeria will be coming to the stage. So bit of energy, and I know that she will bring the energy as all Nigerians do. So thank you so much for giving her a round of applause. Welcome to the stage.
All right, thank you. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. My name is Rukayat Bello, and you can call me Madam Grassroots. I'm the founder and CEO of Regxta. I welcome you all to Regxta, an inclusive digital platform focusing on the 600 million underserved markets in Africa. Once upon a time, my mom was an unbanked micro-business owner who lived in Orile Igomu, a rural community in Lagos, Nigeria. Her daily sales was between $10 to $50, and she saves between $1 to $5 on a daily basis, which she keeps in her piggy box inside her shop. On a fateful day, my mom lost all her stocks, including her life savings, to an inferno. She could not make any insurance claim because her business was not covered. Therefore, she kept visiting one bank to the other to get a loan of $100 to meet the demands of her customers. But guess what? Her loan is always rejected because she had no credit history, no bank account, and no valid ID card. Because of this, her business failed. It was actually a very difficult time for the family to survive, and I almost dropped out of the university. My mom is not the only one facing this challenge. According to International Finance Corporation in 2023, there are over 600 million micro-businesses in Africa, and only 20% have access to bank loan. The financial inclusion gap is projected to hit $500 billion in annual revenue with annual gross sales of 12%. My team has over 30 years combined experience in the banking industry. We do not only understand finance, we understand risk management and innovation. Using our collective expertise, we launched Regxta in 2021 as an inclusive digital platform to provide quick, easy, and simple access to financial services for the unbanked and micro businesses in remote locations across Africa. Our mobile app is powered by an advanced data science and artificial intelligence that instantly underwrites and disburses loan to people with no borrowing history. Our users can open an account, save their money, and generate financial records through our well-trained community agents. Our loan ranges from $10 to a maximum of $300 loan, which is payable within 6 weeks. All our loans are fully secured, and our non-performing loan is less than 1% against the normal standard of 5% in Nigeria. We make money through interest on loans, processing fee, transactional fee, etc. Yes, we understand the fact that we have a lot of players in this field. But what makes us different are because we focus on the nano and micro businesses with daily sales of $5 to maximum of $300, which is the biggest market in Africa, and they are the most neglected in the society. We are affordable, quick, and easy to access. We are also like a typical VC firm that provides pre- and post-investment support services to our target market. This is my mom, Mama Ruka. She is the first and one of the best customers of Regxta, and I'm happy to bring her back to business. We've also been able to replicate the same solutions to over 13,500 micro businesses. We've processed transactions of over $3 million, generating over 300,000 USD in revenue. We've created employment opportunity to over 100 youths in Nigeria, and we are just getting started. We are currently raising $2 million for our IT development, for expansion, to hire new staff, and for marketing. In conclusion, Nigeria is currently going through economic crisis with over 100 million people in multi-dimensional poverty. Regxta is not just a business, but a movement. If you invest in Regxta today, you are investing in future, where financial inclusion drives poverty reduction and economic prosperity for generations to come. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much again. Next to the stage, I would like to welcome Farah from Mauritius, who will be talking about SEFA. Welcome, Farah. Big round of applause, please.
Thank you. So, okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Right, so as Jason just mentioned, I'm Farah Jahangir. I'm the CEO of SEFA, CEO founder of SEFA, and SEFA is actually short for Sustainable Energies for Africa. Now, decarbonization of the transport sector is paramount. It is expected that by 2030, that 1/3 of vehicles that will be sold will actually be electric vehicles. Right now in Mauritius, we only have merely of 1% EV market share. And in Africa, only 12 countries are actually ready for EV adoption. And this slow transition is actually largely due to the fact that there's a lack of knowledge, lack of EV charging, and also limited financial investment. The EV ecosystem itself is very complex and is also dependent on user functions. So studies, for instance, indicate that charging sessions, most of the charging sessions actually happen at home, 60%, and 30%, for instance, happens at the workplace. So to able to accommodate all those types of charging needs, we need to be able to have smart and energy efficient charging systems. We need to have inclusive EV charging systems, but also affordable products and services. In 2021, after a very, very bad experience, a charging experience with my first EV, I created SEFA. And SEFA is actually a company dedicated to democratizing the charging infrastructure and also supporting the EV transition in light of the global climate change agenda. What we do is we actually install EV chargers, we also create awareness, and we also provide consulting services to companies as well. Now, all of this to facilitate EV transition, but also to be able to increase awareness and also help people through this transition. And these are the types of examples here of the types of activities that we've led so far, the types of services we've led. The current EV market right now is still in its infancy. Right now, we only have $2 million of industry in Mauritius, but it is expected that by 2030, that same market will be increasing to 85 million. And so basically, what I'm saying is the time is now to invest in this sector. We initially started with a B2C business model, and now we are focusing our energy on B2B business models by introducing a monthly subscription service to allow businesses to easily adopt EVs. To ensure quality services, we have partnered with European charger manufacturer V2C, and we are also supported by the IFC She Wins program. As pioneers in providing adaptive EV charging systems, we have also set the tone for residential and commercial pricing as well, and even for our competitors. Now, while we're talking about competitors, it is important to know that so far SEFA is the only company providing a full-fledged service as listed here in comparison to our competitors. For over the last 3 years, SEFA has had a constant growth, and we have a 33% lead conversion rate. We have also been able to contribute to a reduction of 920 metric tons of carbon emission. We are constantly growing, and we intend to continue doing so, and all of this success with a team, of course, of professionals behind. And team of professionals from diverse background, of course, from architecture, from engineering, from financial, and also from marketing backgrounds. We intend to continue to grow, to expand through different EV markets around Africa, especially targeting the countries highlighted in yellow, which are countries having medium EV readiness. And to do so, we require some funding, and we are looking for angel investors for a maximum of $150,000. And so we hope that today you will join us in making an impact in climate change action. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Farah. It's a great initiative and a great pitch. Thank you so much. So last but most certainly not least, I would like to welcome up Angela from Cameroon, who is the CEO and founder of Yellow Factoring. Big round of applause for Angela.
Thank you, Jason. Oh. Only once. So hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Angela, and I'm the founder of Yellow Factoring. And the story I wanted to share with you this afternoon is not necessarily mine. It's the story of this young woman. Her name is Marilyn. She's a farm owner, and she's based in Cameroon. Marilyn is passionate about what she's doing, but she's also a good salesperson as she managed to sell her product to hotel and to supermarket. But as a business owner, her days are quite crazy because she has to wait 90 days for a client to pay for an invoice. Meantime, she has to pay for a supplier, she has to pay for salaries, she has to leave, and that was just crazy for her. And one day, on a word of mouth, she just opened our door at Yellow Factoring, sharing with us her frustration, and we were just like, what, Marilyn, please just send us your invoice. We are going to pay them. And she just uploaded the invoice on our digital platform. And 3 days after, she just received the money she needed to sustain her growth and operation. So this is the reason why we have funded Yellow Factoring. We have funded Yellow Factoring to make sure that all the small businesses as Marilyn will have access to the instant working capital they needed to sustain their growth. And how we have done it, we have made it very simple for our clients. We wanted to make it very simple for them. So we have embedded technology in a digital platform. And for our client, it's only about 4 steps. They just have to create an account, they submit the invoice, we screen it, we confirm it near the debtor, and within 3 days, we pay the invoice, carrying out all the risk and the collection process for them. And actually, we want our business model to be as simple as well. So our revenue stream is made by a 2% transaction fee we charge to our clients. What we have done so far, between 2021 and 2024, we have multiplied our revenue by 1,000x. We have financed more than 4 million euros of receivable for our client based in Cameroon, but also based in neighboring country in Equatorial Guinea, in Chad. And we have done it through our platform because we made it scalable, we made it intuitive, and we have raised 1.4 million euros as debt from local bank, but also from impact funds backed by the European Union. And we are also backed by the World Bank today. So looking back, our journey was just about building trust in our ecosystem. looking forward, what we want to do is to serve 1,000 more SMEs like Marilyn all over Africa. And the opportunity is definitely there. I'm sure that in your family, in your country, in your neighborhood, you will have one small business like the one owned by Marilyn, which is struggling to access to instant working capital. We want to get 1 to 3% of an obtainable market that is valued to 30 million euros. And definitely we are unique. We are unique because we are the only factoring expert in our market. We have 24 hours to onboard our client thanks to our tech. We paid in 3 days maximum the invoice. We make instant working capital access for them. Our pricing is transparent, as I said, and our solution is easy, is intuitive, is scalable. So now we need we need today. We are raising for this seed 2 million euros as debt because it is what is valuable for our business model. And we have secured so far 1.5 million euros as part of this 2 million we are looking at. And these 2 million euros, basically, we receive it. We finance 12 million euros of invoice. But what is more important is that we can serve more than 1,000 SMEs in our target market. So I invite you to join us. Just meet us at the She Wins Africa booth where we can exchange about that. And if you are an investor, please bring the check. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And another round of applause for the full 10 female founders that have pitched. Great. Thank you so much, everyone who was part of this. And as mentioned, we encourage you to continue the conversation at the IFC booth. We also have deal books and QR codes that you can scan to get more information about the whole 100 female founders that we're supporting as part of this program. As we know, this is a key problem. Last year was a bit of a down year for investment, but it looks like this year we're already on track to exceed expectations with 300 million being raised in January alone. So let's keep the momentum going and let's move the needle for female founders and raise that number from 2%, and I would like to see 5%. However, it takes you guys to sign the checks to do that. But another great round of applause for all the ladies that have pitched some incredible opportunities. So thank you so much again. I'll pass over.